Adebowale says ready. Olabokunle Goke says ready. Ademuyiwa Adebowale again ready. You're ready twice. Mohammed says ready. Okay, okay. Ewoma says we're readily ready, super ready.
Ubong is
Awesome,
super
awesome,
ready.
awesome. Super ready, was super ready, was super ready. So the first day we had a fantastic day. We spoke about how to get rental income, how
Yes.
you can
On
invest in
multi-family
multi-family homes.
homes. Yes.
Yesterday we spoke about investment in commercial real estate.
Commercial real
And
estate. Yes.
today, we're teaching you on the main existence of how GTS land was actually formed, how to
Mm,
invest in land banking in America,
mm.
land banking in America. And I'll tell you a personal story of how we've done it here in Nigeria. Um, the good news is that this is October, and GTS Homes and GTS Land are actually celebrating our ninth anniversary in real estate. Ninth
Mm.
anniversary. The oldest company is about 16 years now, but the real estate industry has kick-started 9 years ago. And 9 years ago, we started with a property in Ikorodu. And like Dr. Stevens shared yesterday, it was all water, right? We started selling that land for about 450K, thereabout.
Mm.
And we acquired more properties. Another one we acquired in Ibejuleki, started selling for about 1.5 million. And guess what, guys? In the space of just 3 to 4 years, 5 to 6 years, 7 to 8 years, the land in 1.5 million. Can someone guess the value of it today? Just type, just guess, just guess.
Mm.
Land we're selling for 1.5 million. And this is land banking practice here in Nigeria. How much
Mm.
do you think it is? Just guess, just guess. Just type anybody,
3
40
million,
million,
4 million,
20 million.
5
Who else?
million.
Who else? Who can guess? Who can guess?
I'm guessing 5 million, sir.
5 million.
Yes,
Okay.
sir, from 1.5 to
Okay.
5 million. It's not bad.
Well, well, Coach Timmy,
Oh, Ibejuleki. Oh, of course, it will be more than that.
Ibejuleki,
Oh.
Ibejuleki. Awesome, awesome. Coach Timmy, now, and the beautiful part is that when I started selling that land, it was just excision review, no paper. But now, to get a C of O on that property, you spend nothing less than 50 million right now, as we speak.
To get the C of O.
With the C of O on that same property is 50 million naira. Ladies and gentlemen, that is land bank. They're not
Hmm.
going to teach you this in school. Your banks will not give you that,
Hmm.
right? If you buy
Never.
a land in the wrong place, you cannot get that same return on investment, right?
Right.
If we even look side by side with some of our properties selling at 450, like the one in Ikorodu right now, is selling for between 25 to 30 million at the moment, right? This is still land banking. And for us, Ama, in that same period, some people bought land 9 years ago for 100,000, and
Hey,
now it's still worth 500,000 in some
hey,
other locations.
I get what you mean.
So it's not
In
even
some
about land
place.
banking. It's
Mm,
land banking done in the right way.
mm,
And
mm,
we're here in the US, right? And
mm.
they always say follow no road. And the beautiful
Yeah.
part is that you can and you have to follow someone that knows the road is going, right? If you just
Yes.
follow anybody that is going, you don't have a vision, you are seeing someone with a vision, you have to check what has this person done? What is his
Right.
track record? Right? Have then been able to make money in the past? If they are, I believe this is the person I need to follow. And if you are
Engineer,
here today, yes,
let me add something. Just hold that thought right there. I was in a
okay, let
room
me.
and so and somebody was saying that the US is the land of opportunities. When they say that, they're not saying it just for the sake of it. It's not as
Hmm,
if it's just what they say that opportunities that it's not audio. It is
hmm,
real. It is tangible. And guess what? The influx of human beings into the US these days, even into Texas, into Houston,
hmm,
in the last couple of years has been crazy. But guess what? There are no new lands being created.
hmm.
Let that sink into you. God is not creating new lands. All the lands that exist already, they are there. It is
Hmm.
wisdom for you, therefore, to get a hold of a portion of it as soon as possible, because with more human beings, more population, there will be more demand, whereas the number of land remain the same. So we want to get in as soon as possible and hold on to your own portion of it. So everybody here, you really have no excuse not to plug into an opportunity that gives you a legal right to own a piece of the earth, a piece of what is no longer being produced, even though the users are always being produced. But the item itself is done. Please continue, sir.
Anytime someone is speaking, I like to take notes. I'm already writing it down. There's no new land anywhere. I
There's no
swear,
that
there's
everywhere.
no land at all, at all. In some places, people are building floors. Some people are building, they are going higher and higher because the land is gone, right? It's gone. Except
Yes.
you want to start chasing water away. And even as at that, it's still not enough, right? Because population keeps
It's not.
increasing, opportunities keep
Yes.
increasing. So for here today, we're not just to talk about land banking. We're teaching you how to do land banking in the right way. What are the specific things to look out for before you invest, right? What are the do's and the don'ts? What do you need to look out for? How do you ensure that you are buying land in the right location, right? Everybody just type location, 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 location. Let me just see you guys are following, right? And please share this video to as many people as possible. Remember yesterday we said share with your friends, share with your family, share with
With your
anybody that needs this
enemies, share
information.
with your
Your
ex-boyfriend and
enemies.
ex-girlfriends,
The beautiful
everybody.
part is that if your enemies blow, you will not have any time to hate
Don't have time for
you.
you. I'll be all right.
So we should even pray for our enemies. So you have
Yes.
this enemy asking you for urgent 2K, urgent $10,000,
Just share this link
$5,000.
with
Send them
them.
this video.
Mm.
Share them the video so they can leave you alone. Right? So everybody just type location, location, location. Fantastic. Location, location, location. So we're here to dwell on different aspects of land banking in the US, in the United States. And I'm quite excited. Kotemi, are you excited today?
I am. I am because some months ago, my first son, he asked me, he said, Mommy, you were a millionaire in Nigeria. I said, yes, oh my dear. Say, are you still a millionaire now? I said, no, my
These
baby.
children,
He said, why
these
not? I
children, they
said,
don't, you're about to say, well, Kimoju.
oh, at all. Mo ní ẹnu ẹlẹ kò sí má worry, á tó kàn ẹ́. He said, so mommy, why not? I said, my baby, Naira millionaire is 1,700,000 times, 700 times more than, lesser than dollar millionaire. Then my son's always asking me, so mommy, what real estate do we have? So is quite smart in the area of money, investment. The books he reads, at least half of the, not say half, 90% of adults I know have not read the books he has read on money making, from Think and Grow Rich, The Millionaire Next Door, The Wealth Secrets. Right now he's reading Retire Rich, Retire Young, and he's a 10-year-old boy. So he's always thinking in percentages and numbers. So I say, I cannot have a child like this and I'll be doing anyhow langba in this America. No, I have to set the right precedents for my son. So that is really why I am very, very excited, not just to learn, but to implement. Not just to learn, but to plug into the opportunity. How much do we have? We have 20K. A lot of you sent me chats yesterday asking about the charts that we shared, the table, right? Don't just collect those tables. Now, don't again think of yourself only. If you have 3, 4, 5 friends, nothing stops you from pulling 5K together. You have 20K, you put it together into this opportunity, into your future, right? While you are putting the money together in bits and pieces, what you have on ground is enough to help you grow to the next level. And you will think that these things are, that they take time. A lot of us, we overestimate, or let me say, we underestimate what can happen for us in 1 year. And we underestimate what can happen over what can happen in months. We're thinking of in months, monthly, in months, 6 months. But guess what? You are in, you are out. 1 year is complete. I've been here now for 21 months, almost 2. And like, It's already 2 years. When did I enter this country? Yes, it's already almost 2 years already. So we have to learn to plug in and
Wow.
make hay while the sun shines. Because, and for those of you who are in America, now I want to even know how many of us are here in the US. If you're in the US, just put US in the chat or put your city or your country. I want to know what city and what country are you from. In the US, bills no dey finish. Bills no dey finish. When you hear they say bills, nothing you ever experienced in your life can get you ready for the bills in America. Nothing. Because back home, you do your rent is annual. You have a breathing space. You earn your money in salary. Here is per hour. Once it's on the 3rd of the month, by the 4th, automatically 10% enters your rent. So there's no landlord, please. I have a tenant in Lagos. He paid me 50% like 2 weeks ago. He said, I'll pay you the balance in the next. No worries, okay. You can't try that shit in, sorry, forgive my French. You can't try that in America, right? And bills, your electric bills, your internet bills, your water bill, your sewer bill, your pest bill. I'm telling you, so if you live in that energy of, oh, it's not enough, I promise you it will never be enough. You have to learn to live above your bills. I remember the second month I got here and the first bill hits me. I'm like, wait, it's already 80 days. Oh my God, I have to pay rent. I have to pay this. I called my brother. He said to me, never succumb under the weight of your bills. Never allow that to be a conversation you'll be having. That, my bill. He said, because once you submit your leadership to America's bills, you will always be under the bill. You will always be below. And that's why people get jobs here. I mean, you have to have a steady job because if you're in business or entrepreneurship, your income can be plus minus today, whereas your bills don't wait. Your bills don't choose. Their 30-day cycle is normal. Automation is there. And if they knock your account once, they cannot give money. Overdrafts coming to your account, you didn't get shit with your credit score and things like that. So my point is, you cannot afford to live life on that cycle of paycheck to paycheck, bills to bills every single time. We must learn to live above board. And so begin to ask yourself, how can I raise this money? Thank God for somebody like yourself, who you have the integrity of heart, right? You want to look at the people around you who also have integrity. Send that broadcast message, send that post on your page, and don't bloody care what they are thinking because they don't feed you. When the chips are down, so there's somebody I know, here, and he came in entrepreneurship. When the thing was not working well, the guy got a job. I say, yes, makes sense. Get a job. Because when the chips are down, nobody will pay your family's bills. Nobody will take care of your family. When my husband came to this job into the US, we were like, what can we do? He first went to an African shop to get a job. Okay, it was not panning out well. My husband went to a car dealer. The car dealers to buy a car for us. And then they were like, so my husband was always dressed neat, carry laptop, and they were all Nigerian guys, so they liked him. Then he was now asking them one day. So somebody was complaining about, their car wash, that that somebody was not washing their car very well. Mom said, please, how much do you charge? How much do you pay for car washing services? They said anything from $80 to $100 if they are really washing new cars, wash the engine like a full cleaning. He said, $80. He said, yes, because so they buy cars. So sometimes it's damaged, it needs proper, not just external, cleaning. So my husband used to run a car wash services in Abuja. And the most they charged for car wash in Abuja was 1,500 or 2,000. That was about $1. So imagine $1 to 80. My husband said, what would it take for them to allow him wash car? They're like, no, nah, Mr. So you know, you that you are Oyibo, you didn't come here to hustle like us now. Your visa type with your wife, people, you are extraordinary abilities, people. You guys are this. My husband said, my bill doesn't know that I'm extraordinary. My bill is also extraordinary. Husband, God bless his heart. My husband said, please, I want to wash. And that was how he folded his sleeves. That very night, he came back home. I think maybe like with one $60 or so. I said, babe, I don't begin work. Oh, I don't wash car now for you. I said, what? He said to me, I can wash 5 cars in a day. That gives him $500. I'm like, what? So wash interiors, extra 120. And that was how from there, my husband learned the trade of selling cars. He did the car washing for about 3 to 4 months. And then from there, they began to show him the ropes of how to buy cars, fix the cars, sells the car. And honestly, the rest is history. My point again is that you have to be willing to start from somewhere. You cannot afford to just be that way. You have to go the extra mile to make things happen for yourself. On that note, I want to say welcome to day 3 again.
Hey, the energy is high. The energy is high. The energy is high. Okay, Dr. Steven, ready for us now?
No, he's not ready. I don't think he's ready. I don't think
Okay,
he's ready
awesome.
for us. But we have you first. You are supposed to run us
Yes.
through a couple of the projects that we have going. Let people understand over and over again how they can plug into this. This is not
Okay.
mirage. It's not in the air. This is what you can touch. It is what you can feel. It is what you can see, what you can lay hold on. Let's move beyond the knowledge. Let's get into the practicals. So, engineer, walk us through the exact opportunities that we have and how people can plug in. Somebody was asking me yesterday for a website. So, sir, I want to recommend, the way we do business in the US is always somehow. So I think on our GTEx Homes website, we need to update it with some of our recent offers. Let them know what we have that are new now, so that they can just go to gtexhomeusa.com and they can see the opportunities available. More or less the flyers that we have right now, or those slides, and then they know their steps. So choose step 1, send a message, maybe fill a form, step 2, this, and things like that. Okay. Thank you, sir. Please go ahead.
All right, awesome. Fantastic. So, yes, just give me a minute. Let me just pull up my slide. We're supposed to also have Miss Mata, who is the CEO of GTEx Land, to also tell us about some of the opportunities we have about land banking. But let me just quickly go through why she's coming up. Let me see. She was here a minute ago, so I think I can just start up. So yes, for us here at GTEx Homes USA, we are here for you basically. And the expansion into the US is one of our next steps, right? Whenever we started, IT, are you here? Okay. Can you just spotlight just me so um Coach Timmy can, yes, fantastic. Right. So for us here at apologies for that.
HQ, you need to unpin me, HQ.
Can you unpin her, please? Okay, let me just try and do that from here. Has that been sorted now?
Yeah, I think you're good now.
Okay, awesome. So give me a minute. Yes, so for us here at GTEx Homes USA, I'm just going to go through what we have to offer you. So yesterday, Dr. Stevens spoke about some of the opportunities that we have, and 2 days ago, we spoke about the opportunities that we have. And for us in GTEx Homes, we are innovators, and we are a subsidiary of GTEx Holdings. And our mission is to provide eco-friendly, smart communities, upscale living solutions using innovation and technology for investors, families, professionals looking for long-term value in their homes and investments, a track record of excellence in real estate development. And we are committed to innovation, quality, right, and technology as well. So our vision is to become the largest developer of green and smart homes. And here in the US, we focus on residential and commercial real estate developments, smart and green community designs, and flexible investment options. So I'm going to quickly go through our projects. Here in the US at the moment, we have 4 projects that are available for everyone here. So whatever you're coming in, you can plug into any of these 4 projects at the moment. And over the next few months, we'll be launching some other projects. So yes, we have a leadership team. Dr. Steven is the chairman. Mr. Rana is our group CEO. And of course, we have Coach Timmy, who is our country sales director, and Mr. Dapo, who is our country project manager. The first estate we're talking about here is Gaspar Golf Estate, Berkshire. This property is a 99-acre property, and we'll also be talking about this later on how you can actually leverage on land banking for this. So if you are looking for land banking in the US, this is the best property for you. And I will tell you why. First of all, this property is a new property, right? And it's a 99-acre property. And the beautiful part is that if you are keen into this property now, you get the maximum return on investment possible. And when we started this webinar, we're talking about the property we got in Ibejuleki, you got in Ikorodu for about 1.5, and now we're selling for 50 million. It's the same thing we're replicating with this estate called Jasper Golf Estate Berkshire. Our property appreciates in 2 different forms in the US, right? We have the normal property that has pre-platting. So when the property is on pre-platting, it's the cheapest possible way you can buy that property. But when the property goes through the platting process, right, after all the approvals, the property automatically doubles or triples in value. And even for us in terms of acquisition, there are some properties we wanted to acquire. And because of the platinum approval already on that property, it's costing an arm and a leg. And because this property is fresh, is new, it has not yet been launched, buying into this property gives you maximum return on investment possible. I was just going to show you more about the 3D about this estate. It's a golf estate, and as you can see, some of the arrangements, we have the commercial area, we have the tennis court, we have a basketball court, we have a gym, we have buildings, we have places that are available for plots that people can buy into. As you can see here, this is another view showing the estate of what we have. This is another view over here. It also has a river, which means around the river, there are picnic spots, place you can go for picnic, just hang out with family, creating that communal environment. And again, this is a fully solar-powered estate, full of renewable energy. Also have smart homes, solar homes here are going to be smart. So 99 acres, what we have available for sale is about 46 acres for investors. And we're selling in acres, which means as an investor, we're only looking for 46 investors for this estate in a max. If someone decides to buy 5 acres, for example, that reduces, we are looking for only 41 investors. We already have some people that have keyed into this opportunity. And if you are willing to do that as well, which of course you have to do that today, or you have a friend that wants to do that, we'll give you the opportunity today with this very, very special offer. This is another view of the estate that just shows you some of the location of the plots, some location of the housing. These are around the golf, just to give someone a feel of having a golf in their estate, commercial estate. Large 99 acres property, used for mixed use, right? I'll be playing the video after this just to show us the fact of what this thing looks like. And yes, green spaces, parks and eco-friendly designs, major access to major highways and landmarks, lakes and picnic areas, a golf course, a golf range, investment and residential opportunities, smart home technology, and fully serviced plots. So we're launching this estate for $300,000 per acre. That's the price we are launching for next year. But at the moment, this property is costing $200,000 at the moment. We're increasing the price by $10K every month. And for those of you here today, if you are willing to make commitment today, we're giving you the opportunity to pay at the initial price we started selling this estate. The first client that bought into the estate bought at rate at 150K, which already gives you an idea of the return on investment the person is getting by the time we launch this property next year. And for those of you that are available today, right, if you want the offer today, we're willing to give you at 150K per acre. And you can pay 30%, which is $50,000, and spread the balance across 6 months or 1 year. Okay. Another property, okay, and this property is going to cost us $150 million, and we're aiming to complete this project by 2030. And of course, there's a website for you to start this. The second project is the project that we have in Tidwell, and we're building 24 unit developments using 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments. And this property is just 12 minutes from downtown Houston, 15 minutes from Bush International Airport, and it's a prime location that is close to business areas, entertainment districts, and transportation and network. The real thing about this property is that it's just 12 minutes from downtown Houston. And in 2026, we're going to be having a World Cup in US, and downtown Houston is going to host about 7 different matches, right? And one of the links to, of course, is the Bush International Airport. And for us, what we've identified this place is a great opportunity for Airbnb. And the opportunity for people to have for this project is to invest in this project. This just shows you some of the views of what we have. It's 8 units of 1, 2, and 3 bedroom, 24 units in Tidwell, in Texas. I will play the video after this so you can have an idea of what we're having here. And yes, of course, there are green homes, there are smart homes, flexible payment plan, easy access to public transportation, spacious rooms, convenient access to schools and shopping centers, and 24 units, 1, 2, 3 bedroom apartments. Construction duration is 18 months. We're starting this project in January 2025, and we aim to complete it in March. For worst case scenario, we're looking at June, right? Just in time for the World Cup. The third opportunity is the Jasper Estate in Richmond, Texas, and we're selling 89 unit development in this area. Strictly 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom, and we're giving people opportunity to buy into the housing project. You can make a 30% deposit, and you can spread it in 6 months. We can give you 30% to pay in 6 months, and then you can now apply for a mortgage with a 70%, right, to be paid over 30 years. So what happens is that by the time you are done, normally, typically in the US, you mostly do a down payment of 30%. But we're willing to give you an installment period of 6 months to make up that 30%. We now connect you to a mortgage lender or an institutional investor, institutional lenders to give you the 70%, and you can pay all across 30 years. And of course, this just shows you an idea of what we are having. Single family homes of 2 bedroom and 3 bedroom, communal development, all solar panels as well, and smart homes as well. And yes, it's including Richmond, and it's about 14.6 acres for the whole property, energy, green living, smart lighting, and so on and so forth. And of course, this just talks about the payment plan, 30% for 6 months, and then you can spread the 70% all across 30 years. And the final one, just like we discussed yesterday, was we are looking at investing in commercial real estate. This is the property for you. And it's a 6-story office complex that we're building in Katy, Texas, which is actually where our office is. So our office is situated at 518 West Green Boulevard, Katy, Texas, 77450. That's the zip code. And we're having this elegant 6-story over there. This just shows the exterior view. We're still working on some of the final designs. Yes, you have open office, breakout sessions. You have boardrooms. You have kitchenette. You have different things you can do in those buildings. And for this, we're encouraging people to invest in this project. And of course, there are lots of amenities that come with this office space. It's not just an office, but how can you combine work? And basically, I tell people there's no real work-life balance, right? It's work-life management. But we have this building just to show we're more modern, we're more advanced, and we're moving with technology and science. There's a swimming pool, a rooftop lounge for relaxation, breathtaking city views, restaurants, top-rated schools, and so on and so forth. And this project is going to cost us about $15 million to complete, and you can invest in this project as well. And for those of us yesterday that were looking for what the investment plan is, this is just what it is. And okay, this is an error. Apologize. Returns is between 3 to 6 years. And just like we discussed yesterday, you can invest a minimum of $20,000. You get 12% across 18 months, and you can do a minimum of 3 years or 6 years. You're going for $30,000, you get 13%. $50,000, you get 15%. Up to $1 million, you get 25%. And we had an offer that we extended yesterday, which we are willing to do today. If you are doing an investment less than $200,000, you get an extra 2% on your investment. And if you are doing an investment $200,000 above, you get 4% extra on your investment. And give ROI after 18 months, or you can decide to accumulate everything and get it at the end of your tenure. And of course, you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to Dr. Coach Timmy, 2-in-1, the biggest title we have in the room, right? +1 346 575 4852. And you can email us at info@gtshomes.com, or you can schedule it. You can schedule a visit to our office at 518 West Green Boulevard, Katy, Texas. Yes. If you have any questions, you can ask those questions now, and then we can have Miss Martha come up briefly before we get to the main discussion of the day. Any questions? So I'll be playing the 3D video of the Brookshire project, so you can have an idea of what we're doing here. Let me see if I can share the audio. Okay. Awesome. Yes, so that's what we're having over there at Brookshire. In just a second, I just want to quickly just show us the two-dwell apartments as well, and how you can basically, sorry, just share that. Okay, because of time, we have a lot to cover today, and we'll just stop there. So basically, this is what we have in Tidwell, and as you can see in the video that we started showing, you saw that it was already in a developed area, lots of houses already around, and it's fantastic for investment opportunities. Um, there's a question here. Hypothetically speaking, if someone doesn't have money as a GGC and wants to use debt from a finance institution, how does it go? Um, Coach Timmy, can someone call in to the show now? Do we have that in the studio?
Yes, we still have that feature, right? Yes, the same number that they got yesterday, but they can also unmute themselves too anyway.
Okay, so let's just
So, yeah.
let's give.
And somebody's
Let's
asking a
give.
question in the group, in the Q&A segment. They are asking that, are you able to invest from the UK? Yes, you are able to invest from anywhere. UK, Canada, US, Australia, Japan, China, India, Singapore, Kenya, South Africa, Argentina. You can invest from anywhere in the world. We operate a global business. You don't have to be in the US to invest in the US. Please, let's take note of that.
Yes. It's a
Thank
dollar
you.
investment, but we accept any currency. So far, it's just the equivalent of the dollar transaction. So you can pay from the UK and you can pay directly to our dollar account in the Wells
Yeah.
Fargo
Yeah, we have
available.
lots of people from the UK who pay into our Wells Fargo account directly. Yes.
So we have so can you speak up Fuabe Fabela so you can be specific in your question? Because I need to be sure what you're asking. You can unmute yourself. Yeah.
We can't hear you, Fabe. Are you there?
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear
we
you
can
now.
hear you.
All right. Perfect. So what I'm asking is, so if someone just came in like into the US and wants to build up, since it uses the credit system and wants to build up a credit and get a loan from a finance institution to invest, how do you advise the person to go about it?
Do you have a bank account already?
Nope, not yet.
Well, you can't access someone's, you can't access their loan if you don't have an account with them yet. So do you have credit score and all of that?
No, as I say, it just came in maybe about more 6 weeks,
Do
let
you
me
have,
say
do you
so.
have socials? Okay,
Socials,
so
yes.
if you have socials, why don't you have a bank account yet?
Yeah, I just think maybe sloppiness.
Okay,
Little
so
sloppy.
investment is not for sloppy people.
Yeah.
It's not for sloppy people at all. You have to sit up. You cannot access the benefits in the system if you are not in the system. There has to be a credit record that makes you credit worthy as an individual, unless you want to do this as a business. So then register a business name and then open a bank account for that business. That is the only way you can have financial history. Nobody will do business with you if you have a financial history. So the lender wants to see that you are credit worthy, either as an individual, which is reflected in your credit score, or
Yep.
as a company, which is reflected in your bank transactions. So do you have 3 months of statements, 6 months of statements? If you don't have any of those things, no bank will look at you. So it's either you are building your personal credit or you are building your business credit. Either way, you have to be in the system. So Fabe, get your ass in the system as soon as possible, and then let's talk later. Okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Miss Martha, are you ready for us?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All
Good
right. So
evening, Amy, good
Good
evening, ma.
evening, Martha. Good to see you.
See you here.
Can you please pin Martha? Thank you. And let's remove Engineer Farouk.
Okay, so Miss Martha, the floor is yours.
Hey, look at your shiny face. Fine girl, no pimples. At 11 p.m. Oh my God. Hey.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the privilege. Thank you, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, for the privilege to showcase what we do once again. Thank you so much. My name is Martha Onsachi. I'm the CEO of GTS Land, and today I'm going to be sharing with us what we have at GTS Land and what we do. Okay, because today is all about land banking, and we want to share with you all the opportunities we have and how important it is to key into those opportunities, because when we talk about land banking, it is always very important to start from somewhere. You know, if you have lands before you buy again, because it is something that is transgenerational. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with us some of the products we have and who we are as well. So hold on while I share my screen. Okay. So please kindly confirm if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see. Okay, thank you. So GTS Land, right now we are currently known as the home or as the Rolls Royce of land banking. Yes, we are the Rolls Royce of land banking. So if you are aspiring to invest, you know, in landed property, you want to buy land, not just an ordinary piece of land, but it's luxury service plots, because that is what we do here, you know, at GTS Land. We sell luxury service plots, and our goal is to own 200 estates with over 25,000 luxury service plots sold by the year 2035. Now, the question is, are you going to be part of those smart investors who will key into this goal, this vision? Are you going to be part of those smart investors who will, expand their investment portfolio with this our vision and mission? And the mission is to help, you know, our investors across various continents of the world build wealth through land banking using innovation and technology. If I were you, I would key into the offer I'm going to be sharing today so that I will be part of those who would be expanding their investment portfolios, because I know that we have a lot of persons here today who would love to key into the land banking opportunities we have to offer. Okay. And like I said earlier, we are known as the home of land banking, but right now we are the Rolls Royce of real estate, because we don't come cheap. We sell luxury service plots. Okay, so what is a service plot? Let me quickly share some, let me share with you all what I mean by luxury service plot. You know, other real estate companies, they sell piece of land, or some, if you buy properties from Omonile, you know, they just give you your plot of land. You'll be the one to take care of it. They don't care if it is bushy. Their own is, once the money has changed hands, you've sent your payments to them and the business is closed. But that is not the way it is. We don't run our own like that. Here at GTS Land, when you buy from us, we try as much as possible to make sure that we give you some experience that you never even imagine you can get from any other place, right? When you buy from GTS Land, we try as much as possible to make sure we give you a service that is satisfactory, right? We make sure that your document is sent to you anywhere you are in the world. And we also make sure that the property you are buying, it is well secured. There is 24/7 security. You know, there is proper drainage system, perimeter fencing, you know, access road to your plot. We are going to be doing all of that. So it means that you're not just buying an ordinary piece of land, you are buying a service plot. And service plot comes with amenities like, security. You might not be in Nigeria. We have quite a lot of our clients who are not in Nigeria. Most of them are either in Canada, US, UK, but they key into the land banking opportunity, an avenue to increase their investment portfolios. So some of the estates I'll be sharing with us today, we started selling them with some of them with as low as 2.5 million, 2 million, but today we are talking about 18.5 million. And this estate is not even up to 5 years. Some of these estates, they are just 2 years. Some are 3 years ago. I think the oldest is in 2015, 2016. Okay, so you can see that when we talk about land banking, it is an opportunity you don't want to miss, right? So I'm going to be sharing with us, some of our estates. What I have here on the list is Beryl Estate, Berry Polo Estate in Abeokuta. So if you're looking at investing in Abeokuta, let's say, okay, you have been hearing about what is coming into Abeokuta, the polo club that is coming up. Our estate is a polo estate, is a polo club. So, I mean, it's something you will love to key into just for land banking. And don't be scared with these prices, because with as low as 5 million naira as your initial deposit, you can start your land banking journey investment. With as low as 5 million naira, you can drop that as your initial deposit, and then we commence the land banking journey, okay? And we have a very flexible payment plan. When I mean flexible, I mean 3 to 6 months, and if you still want us to give you maybe more like 8 months, of course, it's something we can come together to talk about. And if it is doable, we'll let you know, okay? So it is, we make it so flexible for everyone to invest, because we know that land banking investment is just the real deal. Is the real deal. If you want to increase your investment portfolio, if you want to make it, like if you want to expand your riches, and you are not investing on landed properties, then I don't know, you are missing out. Okay, so Berry Polo Estate is selling for 18.5 million on an outright payment and 23.5 million for installments. And then we have further discount for investors who might want to buy up to 6 plots. You want to buy up to 6 plots, that is mini estate. Mini estate is, is an opportunity for, our smart investors who want to own an estate inside an estate. Probably you want the estate to, you want to name the estate after you. We have that covered. And guess what? You will also be privileged to meet with Dr. Stephen, one-on-one coaching with him to teach you on how you can manage your real estate. You can start small, start with a mini estate, and you will get the opportunity to meet with him. He will teach you on how to manage this investment journey. Okay. So the next on the list is, I have Berryford City in Abuja, right? We also have the land banking investment opportunity in Abuja. This is Beryl, and this Beryl estate in Abuja is located in Kurudu community. Okay, Kurudu. If you are familiar with Abuja, you know that Kurudu is an open place, a developed area where you can still find the high and mighty, right? So this estate is located around Kurudu, where we have the Deeper Life Camp, and the army barrack, their quarters. Army barrack quarters is also very close to this location as well. And the property is selling for 18.5 million, and installment is 23.5 million. We also give an opportunity for investors who might want to buy up to 6 plots and above. There is further discount, which is 13.5 million naira. Okay. And the title is Arofo. Remember, I said you can start this investment journey with as low as 5 million naira initial deposit. You can commence, your investments with land banking. Okay. When you can start up with that. and we kickstart. Then the next on my list is Berry Golf Estate in Ibadan. Yes, Ibadan is not left out. If you are looking at starting your land banking journey in Ibadan, you want to buy properties in Ibadan, yes, we also have that available for you. We have a property that is very, and one of the things with GTS Land, we are intentional. When we want to buy property, we always look out for property within that has, close proximities with the access road, because there's a saying that people want to buy property from a place, a location that is accessible. You want to buy property from a place you can easily access, where there's good road network. You don't want to buy a property, even if it is for land banking investment. Yes, we also advise that you go inside, go to a location that is underdeveloped, buy the property and leave it there till the place is developed. But we are making it so easy for you. We are bringing you to a location that is already developed and it has an access road, good road network. This same property is just facing the major road, the Lagos-Ibadan Express Road, and is just opposite Dominion University. Okay, and the price is 18.5 million for outright payment. Installment is 23.5 million. And we also give you an opportunity to buy into the mini estate, and there's a further discount. Instead of paying us the 20 million naira per plot, you give us 13.5 million naira. Okay. And then I move to the next estate. We also have a property in Asaba. Asaba is not left out as well. We have Beru Estate in Asaba, and the property is going for 35 million naira on an outright purchase, and then 40 million naira on installments. Remember, I told you that we are the Rolls Royce of land banking. We don't come cheap because we are packaging what we call luxury service plots. So it's a service plot you're buying, and it comes with a lot of packaging. We don't come cheap. You're not buying a property from us, and at the end of the day, when you come back in the next, let's say 5 years, you won't see your property. No, your property is secured. The most important thing is that you need to pay for your property, for the land, documentation, and developmental fee. And the good news here is that all these additional fee, they have been added to these prices I'm showing you here today. They have been added. So all you need to do is just to focus on making your payments, and you get your documents and your property becomes yours. The rest will take care of it for you, clear it for you if it's bushy and all of that. Okay. And then I'll move to the next on the list. The next on the list is Berry Beach Front. Berry Beach Front is in Eleko Idado community around Ibeju-Lekki. Yes, it's in Ibeju-Lekki, Eleko community. One of the good thing about this property is that, today we still have investors who key into this estate when we're selling on pre-launch. They are still giving their testimonies to date, because this same property right here, when we're selling it as far back as 2018, 2019, we're selling it for 1.5 million. At some points, we're selling for 5 million. And today, ladies and gentlemen, today, this property is selling for 45 million naira with, I beg, 45 million naira. And that 45 million naira is not even a guarantee that you will get a plot. You will have to show us that you are really interested before we can go extra mile to say, okay, let's see if we can still squeeze out some plots for you. Because, when we buy properties like this, we also set aside some portion for our housing units. Okay. So, and this property already has a registered document. Everything is intact. And the other good news here is that the 8-lane coastal road is just in front of this estate, right? Buying an estate that is just opposite a major road, it's impressive, because we all know that where there is good road network, everybody wants to go to such location to just start up something, just get something going around that axis, and you see that you are making money. Now, owning a property in such location it's something you shouldn't think twice to do, because it's really going to give you yield huge return on investment. Even if you are buying it at the rate of this 45 million naira, you are still buying it as you are still doing your land banking, because the time will come, there will be a season where you'll be selling a plot from this location for 150 million naira. That time is even here. So if you are buying with this amount, you are still doing land banking. Okay, so the next on the list is Jasper Smart City. You know, we have Jasper Hillview Estate in Abuja, and this estate, we call it Jasper Airport Road, Abuja, because it is just, if you are going to Abuja, after the airport, it is not, I think it's just about 15 minutes drive from the airport to this location. So imagine owning a property that is close to the airport. So you can now, you might decide to just build a hotel where people will lodge, and then they are very close to the airport. They wake up and just take a 15 to 10 minutes drive to the airport. This property is sold out. Okay, it's sold out currently, but we still have few plots for investors who might really want to key into the land banking opportunity, and they are ready to pay outrightly. It is already developed. We have our staffs living there. The centralized sewage system I talked about is there. The drainage system is there. The gated community, gated houses, automated gate houses there as well. Okay, and then we also give you a 24/7 power supply. We don't depend on the national grid for electricity. We give you light 24/7, you know, with the help of solar and other things we are putting in place. So you are buying into a service estate. Imagine owning a property that is inside a community that has, inside an estate that already have all these things in place, all these amenities in place. Bringing someone to say, oh, my land is here. It's just like buying a landed property in Banana Island for, let's say, in the 90s. And now you are taking someone there because you left it for land banking. And now you're ready to sell. You take someone to Banana Island to look at the landed property you are selling. Even if you call billions. Right now, you can't even buy land in Banana Island in millions. We are talking about billions because they sell per square meter. Okay, so that is what we are talking about. And if you want to buy, you can still buy at this rate, and then at the end of the day, it's still land banking because the value keeps increasing. Landed property never go out of value. The value still it keeps increasing. Even inflation cannot even have effect on your landed property, because even in as much as we have inflation, the prices of your land is still going up. Okay, so it is just the best opportunity. It is just something you should do. You don't even need more conviction to buy a property and leave it for a period of years, and then you later flip it up for profit, or just build it for residential purpose and be making money out of it. So the next on the list is Jasper. Is Jasper Estate Ibeju-Lekki. Yes, we have our Jasper Estate Ibeju-Lekki currently selling for 50 million naira, and installment is 60, while the mini estate is 40 million naira. Now, here is another good news about this Jasper. When we started selling this estate in 2021, 2021, and we're selling with as low as 6 million naira on pre-launch price, 6 million naira. So 2021, and here we are in 2024. It's just within the space of 3 years, okay? And right now, the property is selling for 50 million naira. And this is not where it's going to stop, because a time will come, this same property will go for 150 million naira, like I said earlier. These are prime locations where we have a lot of industries. You know, we have the Dangote refinery, we have the Lekki Deep Sea Port, and all other, you know, the Lekki Free Trade Zone is also along this location as well. Okay, so if you are looking at, you know, investing in a location that has, you know, some future, you know, opportunities like industries and all of that, this is your best bet. Already, some industries has taken up. The airport is, they will commence on it very soon. The Dangote refinery has started and work is ongoing. Okay, So you see that when we look at some location, we the real estate, expertise, we already looked at the future. Like, okay, what is going to come into this environment? What do we, what is coming here? What exactly will make this location a hybrid location that people will want to buy property? Even that 8-lane coastal road, some investors did not even know, but we already saw it coming. So we strategically located that place to get some investment there. It is now that some investors are now saying, wow, thank God I key into the offer when it was when you guys were selling on pre-launch, because today they are happy that they also own something very close to these, great locations. Okay, so the next on my list is Jasper Smart City in Isheri. Isheri is on the mainland. Isheri is also in Ogun State, but is sharing boundary with Lagos as well. So when we talk about Isheri, immediately after Berger, for those of you who are familiar with Lagos, Isheri is just, Isheri North around OPIC, where we have the Channels Television, we have the Grace Garden, and then we have the Turkish American secondary school is also around this location as well. So our location is intentional, great location with, great opportunities around that you can buy property and you'll be proud to say, wow, I'm so glad I bought into this estate when I got the opportunity to. And currently per plot is selling for 30 million, installment is 35 million, and mini estate is selling for 25 million. Okay, so let me move to the next. The next on the list is Sapphire Estate, Sapphire Water City in Ikorodu. So this is another amazing estate. Guess what? When we started selling this estate, we started selling this as, per plot then was selling for 750,000 naira, 750. But today we already have our perimeter fencing, and it is a waterlogged area. It is a waterlogged estate, but with sandfill, and we make sure that our fence is standing. Right now, this estate is selling for 18.5 million naira on an outright payment. This is an estate that we sold for 750,000 as far back as 2018. Okay, and today is selling for 18.5 million naira. So if you are not doing land banking, you are snoozing, and if you snooze, you lose. So it's better you just wake up to land banking, because it is just your best bet when you, especially for investors who want to diversify their investment portfolio. Start thinking of land banking, because it is the best time to buy land was years ago, and the next best time to buy land is now. Information is power. It is those who do not have the access to informations like this that will say, oh, I didn't know, I already spent my money. But now the information is coming to your doorstep, and you don't want to snooze on this. You don't want to. Okay, next on the list is White House Estate Monia. White House Estate Monia is also selling for 25 million on an outright payment. Installment is 30 million, and mini estate is 25 million. For those of you who are familiar with Ibadan, you already know where Monia is. Monia is also a place that, when we talk about the heart of a community, the heart of town, Monia is also one of those places you can talk about when you want to talk about Ibadan location. And this estate is very close to, it's just 10 minutes away from the train station. So the good part of it is that you can even go to this location with a train, right? The last time we had our inspection, we went there with a train, and then we just took about 10 minutes drive from the train station down to the location where this land is. Okay. The next on the list is Sedios Estate Guzape 2. So for my smart investors who might be thinking, this lady has been talking about investment in other locations, and where I'm eyeing, they've not called that location. Now it is here. Guzape 2 is another location you need to invest in. Already we all know how much property is being sold for in Guzape 1, and we already know the caliber of people that live around those locations. So Guzape 2 is another location you don't want to miss out on. If you miss out on buying land in Guzape 1, here is an opportunity for you to buy a property in Guzape 2. And outright is going for 50 million naira for outright payment. Installment is going for 55 million naira. And mini estate is going for 45 million naira. So if I were you, I would take advantage of this offer. For investors, like for this estate now, with as low as 10 million naira, you can start your investment journey. Then with the other ones that, you know, is 18.5 million naira, with as low as 5 million naira, you can start. You can start. The most important thing is for you to start. When you start, before you know it, you are done with your payments. Okay. And then we have the neighborhood, the Asokoro Rock Villa, Koza Church, Channels TV, you know, AIT and NAF Conference Center, British Village, Central Business District, and so on. Okay, so let me quickly rush to the next on the list. We also have Sejos Estate, Port Harcourt. We also have locations in Port Harcourt. And very soon we are going to be unveiling this wonderful location in Port Harcourt. But right now, per plot is selling for 40 million naira. The installment is going for 45 million naira, and mini estate is going for 35 million naira. So, ladies and gentlemen, you should not snooze on this. After hearing the importance of land banking, I think you have to just take advantage of all these offers I'm mentioning here. Okay. So the next on the list is Sejos Farm City, Ekpe. We also have a wonderful location for you in Ekpe. Ekpe, we all know that it's the food bank of Lagos. Right now, those that miss out on Ibeju-Lekki, they are heading towards Ekpe. Ekpe is here, and it is another location you don't want to miss out on. Okay, so per plot is going for 35 million naira, and for the installment is going for 40 million naira. Then the mini estate is going for 30 million naira. With as low as 10 million naira, you can start. Even with 5 million naira, you can start. The most important thing is for you to start, ladies and gentlemen. You should not snooze on these offers. And then we also have our White House Estate Kuje. White House Estate Kuje, the phase 1 is sold out. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the phase 2. Okay, we have the phase 2, and with as low as 5 million naira, in fact, with as low as 2.5 million naira, you can key into the mini estate offer. This phase 1 is sold out. We already have the phase 2. So with as low as 2.5 million naira, you can 15 million naira can get you 6 plots of White House Estate Kuje on pre-launch. Anytime we have pre-launch estate, investors key into it massively, because why? It gives you an opportunity to enjoy a 50% discount. You know, discount is another form of saving money. Okay, you are making money when you are giving a discount. So we are giving a 50% discount off the actual price, and the property is selling for, you know, per plot for the phase 2 is selling for 5 million naira. So let me quickly share that. Let me share that so you can all see. Okay. So per plot is going for 5 million naira for the phase 2, and then installment is 7 million naira. Mini estate per plot is going for 2.5 million naira, which means with as low as, you know, 15 million naira, you get up to 6 plots of a luxury service plot. That is a 50% discount off the actual price. Okay, and we are launching this estate on the 8th of October 2024. We are launching it on the 8th of October. So if you are interested and you want to start your land banking journey with as low as, you know, 2.5 million naira for the mini estate per plot, you can key into it. I'm going to call my number. It's going to be pinned down, so you can call me to secure your plots. Okay, and then the good news here again is that we have another estate we are launching on the 17th of this month, which is Garnet Estate. Garnet Estate Ibeju-Lekki. And the wonderful news about this is that this estate is having a governor's consent. The land title is governor's consent, and we are giving it to you as low as 30 million naira. 30 million naira, you will secure a plot here. Okay, With as low as 30 million naira, you secure a plot. So your initial deposit with as low as 5 million naira, you can key into this pre-launch offer. And the installment is going for 35 million. And then the mini estate is going for 25 million. And ladies and gentlemen, the last on my slide tonight is the GTES Land 9th year anniversary. Our anniversary is coming up. We are going to be 9 years in few weeks' time. And ladies and gentlemen, we are giving you an opportunity to buy an acre. Buy an acre in any of the estates below and qualify to participate in a raffle draw to win an all-expense-paid trip to Jordan. Okay, so these are the estates on the list. We have Sejos Farm City, Ekpe. We have Sapphire Estate, and then we have Jasper Smart City, Isheri. We have Berry Polo Estate, Abeokuta, and then we have Sejos Estate, Guzape too, you know, and then we also have White House Estate, Monia, Ibado, Berry Polo Estate, Abeokuta, okay, and Beryl Estate, Ibado, Berry Golf Estate in Ibado. And that is not just all. For investors who will be keying into this, our 9th year anniversary, we have a sweet package for you. You are going to be having the opportunity to, you know, take a ride. We will give you that service. Like I said earlier, we are the Rolls Royce of land banking. So if you are buying from us this period, you know, maybe if you are in Nigeria, we are going to offer you a free ride from either your office down to from your house to your office, or from church to your house. And guess what? It's not just anyhow car we are using to come and pick you. We are coming with a Rolls Royce. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I want to see the comment section. We are coming with a Rolls Royce. So just give you a ride. And inside the Rolls Royce, you have the opportunity to chat with your favorite celebrity. You're going to be discussing your experience with land banking. You talk about things happening. I mean, you're going to be sharing your experience with your best, maybe the celebrity you've been admiring on the screen. You're going to be seeing them. You will sit together and you're going to be gisting while we give you a ride to your house, from your office to your house, or from church, to your house, or maybe from mosques. We are coming to pick you from mosques. Maybe you've gone to pray. We'll come and pick you. But for you to qualify, you have to buy. Take advantage of this. Take advantage of all these these properties I've just listed and buy from us. Buy and get the opportunity to participate and to just enjoy what we have to offer. Okay, so I think Mr. Farouk is going to talk more on that later. My number is 080-922-55118. I'll take it again, 080-922-55118. So you can call me. Let's talk about your land banking investment, land banking journey. How do you intend to expand your investment portfolio, taking advantage, of all these estates I just listed here? Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Farouk. Thank you, Dr. Temi. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you so much, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, for giving me the opportunity to share this amazing good news, amazing opportunity, to our smart investors who are watching us right now. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Martha. Can everybody just type thank you, Martha, on the comment section so we can appreciate Miss Martha for this amazing session. Thank you, Miss Martha. Can you just make me the host? I think you are the host. I must have done that by mistake. Can you make me the host, please? Just click on my name and make me host. Miss Martha.
Yeah.
Martha,
yes.
Can you make me host? Can you just transfer the host privilege to me?
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Martha. Studio, are you ready? Are you there? Can you put up Dr. Stephen's slide, please? Miguel, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. So can you put up Dr. slide, please?
Yeah.
Please, thank you. Amata, can you just click on my name and make post?
You see the slides?
Yes, I can. I can see. I can see a slide. Amata, can you hear me, Amata?
I can hear you, but the option is not coming up. It's not
Yeah, you
coming up.
can just click on participants. You see my name. Click on my name,
Okay.
and you see. Yeah, so that you can spotlight my video, please.
Okay.
Okay, just wait. Okay. So Dr. Steven is in a meeting at the moment. So pending when it's coming, I'll just be starting off the slide. Okay, you made me. You spotlight me already. Right. So who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? If you're ready, just type I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. We're going into the nitty-gritty of today because we have to also understand that land banking, which this matter has spoken about, has been done by GTEx all around the world. And she just spoke about some of the amazing opportunities that are in the US, sorry, that are in Nigeria for you, especially in land banking. And now we'll be going into what really is land banking, what are the opportunities in land banking, what are the things you need to look out for when it comes to land banking, particularly in the US. Martha, I think your video is spotlight. I don't know if that's
I've added yours. Is it okay now? Farouk, you are muted.
oh okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
Is
Thank
it
you.
okay?
Please you can move to the next slide, please. I think I've been spotlight already. So what exactly is land banking? So we are going into what land banking is. Miguel? Yes. So land banking involves acquiring large parcels of undeveloped and unutilized land and holding for a long-term appreciation. Investors often wait for nearby developments or zoning changes to increase the land banking value. So just like Ms. Mata has given different examples of what land banking is. So for as an investor, land banking is the same and even better. So instead of saving your money in the bank, you are saving your money in land. And the beautiful thing is that, unlike saving your money in the bank, which will give you little or no interest, right? Your interest grows in the land that you've invested in. So land banking involves you can buy an acre, 2 acres, and hectare, right? Undeveloped. Look at the keyword undeveloped. The moment you buy a land that is already developed, it is no longer land banking. But you buy undeveloped or underutilized land. What are underutilized land? The lands that do not have any development on it. Land that may have not gone through any current development, no plan, right? No building on it, little or no permits, and holding for a long-term appreciation. Investors always wait for nearby developments or zoning changes to increase the value. What is the goal? The primary goal is capital appreciation, right? As the land becomes more valuable due to urban expansion, infrastructure projects, or future commercial or residential development. You can move, please. So whenever you go into land banking, all we are looking at is capital appreciation. And yesterday, Dr. Steven asked the question of what capital appreciation is. Capital appreciation is whereby when you buy a piece of property, a piece of land, the extra value that property must have gotten over a period of time is known as capital appreciation. So as you can see, this table that we're seeing here, there's one part which is undeveloped. There's another part which is a pre-developed. There's a part which is a developed. So everyone on the comment section, can you just type, right? At which point should you buy land? Is it undeveloped? Is it pre-developed? Is it developed? Just type, just type, just type. What point should you buy the land? Undeveloped, pre-developed, or developed? Undeveloped. Fabio Fabella says undeveloped. Ademiriwa Adebowale says undeveloped. Who else? Any other person? Undeveloped, pre-developed, or developed? Okay, so if you are saying undeveloped, yes, you are correct. However, as you can see the chart, there are different cost implications to it. Queen says pre-developed. You're also right, right? Definitely, you can buy at any point. However, to get most return on investment, you have to look at late undeveloped or early pre-developed. If you look upward, you can see the first part, you are seeing empty land. That is categorized as a farmland. So most lands that are undeveloped, they start off as a farmland, particularly anywhere in the world, right? Land start off as a farmland before they go into a pre-developed stage, which is the second chart you are seeing there. As you can see on that second chart there, you can see that what is going on around here, right? There's construction going on. And in the developed stage, you can see it is fully developed. The difference between each of these regions is the cost. And you can see the chart under the undeveloped, towards the end of the undeveloped, the cost is going up little by little. And we can basically argue or encourage people, you buy at the end of undeveloped or at the early point of the pre-developed. And who can tell me, how do you know you are at the late end of the undeveloped? Who can tell me? When can you know that a land is moving from undeveloped to pre-developed? Anybody? 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 Sorry, this is a practical class, a practical training whereby we'll bounce off ideas and then we can understand where everybody is at the moment. How will you know when a land is moving from undeveloped to pre-developed? Because you can decide to buy land at the beginning of undeveloped, at the site of development. Not really. If there's a site of development, you're already in pre-developed stage. It means something when you start seeing little signs of settlement. Not the exact answer I'm looking for. At that point in time is already, because you have to see that undeveloped is farmland. Pre-developed is there's a little construction going on, right? So how do you know it's the best part of undeveloped? Because you can decide to see at the beginning, I stay at the beginning here. Sorry, I can't move the arrow. So basically, one of the best ways to know you are moving from undeveloped to pre-developed is when you see an road creation. Yes, awesome. It's good. It's mostly when there's an announcement. So there's an announcement that we are doing something in this exactly, public announcement on development. So an example can be we are moving this factory to this area. There's an announcement. And this area is a very rural area. There's nothing going on there. It's a farmland. For example, they say Microsoft is establishing in Texas, and Texas is full of farmland. There's a development. What you see is that you've moved from late development, right, to early pre-development. Before you know it, in a couple of months, couple of years, development will start going on, construction will start going on. So whenever you see an announcement in a new area, you know that this is the best time for me to what? To invest. So why should we invest in land banking? Number one, low carrying costs. Land often has low carrying costs, such as property taxes and minimal maintenance compared to developed properties. I was seeing how people basically invest in properties. I was watching a video, and whenever I hear the ridiculous amount people have to pay and on already developed properties, is a lot of money compared to when you buy properties in what, right, in land banking, because they have minimum or low carrying costs. In fact, in some cases, because some of these land are actually bought in farmland, you can have almost zero tax on that same property, which means because there are some agricultural exemptions in some properties in the US. So you buy a plot of land in an agricultural zone, right? You don't need to pay tax over a period of time. You can hold it for a period of time. But if you buy an already developed house, right, in an area, and you do not occupy it, what will happen is that you tend to pay tax over time. So one good thing about land banking is that you have low carrying costs. Secondly, potential for high returns. As urban areas expand, raw land can significantly increase in value, particularly if it is located near growth corridors or future infrastructure projects. Like I said, how do you know when you're moving from low, undeveloped to pre-developed? whenever you hear a site or they talk about announcing a major infrastructure in that area. So because you've bought a land at early pre-developed stage, right, you can get maximum return on investment over a period of time. Now, when you are going into land banking, remember the keyword in definition is a long-term hold. You're not going to get maximum return on investment in 1 year, in 2 years. You have to look between 5 years to 10 years. And I tell people, land banking takes patience, right? It's just like wine, right? The longer it ages, the finer it is. And that's one thing you need to know about land banking. However, you need to know when to buy so that your long-term period is just within 5 to 10 years. You don't want to buy a land and keep over 30 years, 40 years before you start waiting to get return on investment on that property. Third part, long-term investment. Land banking is often a long-term strategy, ideal for patient investors who are willing to wait for the right opportunity to sell or develop the land. I just basically spoke about it. So you can hold a land for, okay, you can hold the land for 3 years, 5 years, and decide to develop this land, right? And that's exactly what that means. DSA, are you here with us?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
They can?
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Beautiful. So thank you so much for covering for me, Temi and Farouk. And I think I present earlier as well. Was getting some equipment for office here. And they kept me long, couldn't leave on time. But again, please confirm that you guys can hear me. I'm on the screen, it's not showing my face, so you need to check what's going on. It's not showing me on the screen there.
Yes, Mata,
let's look at locations for land banking in the US, and it's similar to the multifamily that we've been discussing earlier as well. The best look, can somebody pin my own screen?
Mata.
Right, whoever is the admin.
Mata is the admin.
Okay, so again, similar to the multifamily, we're able to say again, the Sunbelt states are good for land banking, hence why we are putting a lot here in Texas. Opportunity zone, just like we taught yesterday, are very good area for land banking. Suburban expansion areas, city expanding suburb, we call them suburban areas around major metro like Austin, Atlanta, Dallas. Dallas is doing so well. We're currently looking at a 2,000 acre property in close to Dallas, farmland we're about to buy. Another 5,507 acres. That's just 30 minutes from Dallas downtown. And then we have another 500 acre in Austin we're looking at buying. But again, Phoenix is also a good location. But for us, we're focused on Texas at the moment, right? Austin is good because Elon Musk has just made everybody wanting to invest in Austin right now. I mean, Tesla has moved down there. A lot of other tech companies are coming down there. So much opportunity. Next slide. If you look at here in the United States, I wish we can get the latest figure, because this is like 5 years ago. As of 5 years ago or thereabout, Bill Gates controls 268,984 acres. And guess what? 242,000 of those acres are farmland. So people will think, oh, buying farmland doesn't make sense. You better think again. And I've always said over and over again, success is predictable. How do you become successful? You look at somebody who is already extremely successful and you follow their pattern. You follow, the move they are making. And that's really how you predict success. One of my biggest strategy for wealth, and I encourage you to pick it up for all of you watching me tonight, is to look for people who are successful and then think of a complementary product and services to what they're already doing. Because you don't need to reinvent the wheel. We're in a generation where all you need to do, add something extra to what's already existing. The whole world is shouting AI, 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 AI. At the moment, the reality is that AI isn't creating something new. It's just adding to what already exists. E.g., the whole world is busy coding softwares, right? The question is, can AI help you do the coding? Do you see the point? The whole world is already editing videos. Can AI edit the video by itself?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yes, that's what's happening. Yes. Yes. The human beings transcribe audio, to text, right? Can AI do that?
Yes.
So that's what advancement and building wealth is all about. Look at what somebody is already doing. We'll call it existing consumer behavior. Look at what a rich person is already doing and figure out how to complement, right? And for me, it's been one of the biggest successful secrets. So I'll break it down so that it can be very real to you guys. Now, I think I was even sharing a video like that to Tim. People look at, success and wonder, how do you become successful? And I use a story of a guy called Joseph in the Bible, right? Joseph. Now, Joseph road, and this voice you learn. Number one, where did Joseph's success start from?
His father's house.
His father's house. Yes. Why did his father give him coat of many colors?
Because he did well in reporting about his brothers, giving feedback, like a managerial kind of.
He was excellent. He had better ways of helping his father's business, just like Temi said, she's correct. And that's what led to the reporting, because the brothers were cheating, they were stealing. I don't know if you understand. They were not willing to take their father's business with the level of excellence, integrity that is required, right? So Joseph got tired of all that and had to be reporting. And whenever the father gives him a job, he was doing exceptionally well. Are we learning at all? But what did that tell us again? That Joseph was busy serving his father faithfully, excellently. It was about service. When he went to Potiphar, right? The same culture, serving the guy. Because ultimately, I always look at when people talk to me, they'll say, I just want to be rich. I just want to be rich. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm hearing all their dreams about being rich. And I shake my head and I said, I wish you know that's not the pathway to it. When you are ready to be rich, hear what you'll be talking about. How can I turn the lives of so people around? How can I provide this service to 1 million more people? How can I build 25,000 homes? Right? How can I? So the conversation is first from the point of serving other people, right? The only thing is that you cannot serve people excellently and not be rewarded and remain poor. How is Elon Musk getting richer and richer and richer? It's all about, people have to go to the moon. It has to be easy. Instead of wasting the rocket, we send rocket, the whole thing disappear, and then how do we make sure we can recycle that same rock? Look at all these ideas. They are very novel, right? How do we make sure we start having unique housing? How do we make sure? I mean, when I saw a video, people think Elon Musk is just about electric cars. This guy is about becoming the president of the universe. That's it. Without the title and without election. And I'm being honest with you guys. If you watch the video of the vision of Elon Musk about transportation, the future of transportation, where he's going to be having tunnels, right, that will commute you from one location. I mean, you will just
In seconds.
in seconds, you just shake your head and like, listen, this is, but the bottom line of that is about serving people. And how many more people can we serve? The more the number of people we can serve, the richer the guy gets. Does this make sense at all?
Yes.
So we need to remove the obsession about how can I be rich? Do you see now? So how can I serve so well that I can make good money from it? That people will be willing to pay me so much for it because I'm so good at it and it's so excellently done. Right? And what you will notice, same thing with when you saw Pharaoh, right? In Egypt. Why did they again make him prime minister? Remember, he interpreted dream. When you interpret dream, what should we tell you? Thank you, isn't it? And we move on. But when the guy was talking, Pharaoh saw that this guy was not just a dream interpreter. This is an excellent manager with experience in excellence in management. He proved it with his father. He proved it with Potiphar. He proved it where? In prison. The worst place to prove anything. Are we learning here?
Yeah.
And what is this telling us? The story of Joseph, that you can be excellent anywhere. The problem, sometimes we're busy about, I don't like my type of clientele. I don't like the kind of people God brought my way. That's not the issue. You can be so excellent that it's these same people that will lead you to your promised land. I learned this many years ago when I was studying the story of David. The Bible talked about David meeting debtors in the cave of Abdullah, right? They were debtors, they were, bandits, they were vagabonds. And then by the time you check 2 Kings, this guy became the mighty man of David. One killed 2 Goliaths. The other one, he will be throwing sword like this, and 800 people are dead. Right? And that taught me one of my biggest lessons in leadership. And that's why for me, as people come around me, I'm never looking at the person about where they are, but who they can be. Right? Sometimes I overdo it. Sometimes I oversee the future of people. I'm too optimistic for them. I'm too excited about who they can be, to a point they now even think I'm saying those things because there's something in it for me. I don't know that you understand, because they've analyzed it. I myself, I'm not analyzing myself like this. This guy, there was something why he's doing this way. Even me, I wouldn't have been this nice if I were in this guy's shoe. So he couldn't have been doing it just for the sake of it. Some of the richest people I've met, some of them, it took them 3 years, 4 years. They literally, I felt this guy will soon ask me for something. It's after something. It's coming, like Yoruba will say, Nibara and Bole, right? And after a while, 2 years, 3 years, look, I think I better be comfortable around this guy, because, he obviously understands how to draw value from the people that he admires, and what he's looking for is not monetary. And what that happened at that point is they open up. Is that they begin to do. I remember people reaching out to me and said, the way Dr. Cosmos prayed for you, that is not normal. I've not seen him do that with anyone. Right? And he has many people he mentors. Because ultimately, right, you will put your all when you know that what people are after is not the shiny syndrome, aka money, aka fame, but is the core of you. And we call it aka blessing. Some call it grace. Some call it anointing. And when you sense that, you are willing to release from your debt to say, look, greater than myself, bigger than where I've gotten, this person can go. And this person should go. Are we learning at all? So when you see Bill Gates even talk, you see him talk from the angle of how do we cure all the sicknesses in the world? How do we create, and if you are not careful, you think he's poor. You think he's not making money from that. He is. You think there's no money coming. He is making money, right? But it's not coming from the angle of how do we make more money? How do you know? It's from how do we solve more problems? How do we, create solutions? Because he knows that the more solution he creates, the more money naturally will come. So when you're looking at land banking, you're looking at it from the perspective of not just am I buying land and I'm making money. You should also look at it, can I have partners? And that's the way I look at it, right? I've thought of 99 acres. I've looked into 5 years from now, and I'm imagining people coming to me the same way they did in Nigeria. I said, I bought this thing for you from $150,000, and I want to thank you because I just made $1 million from that same land because I resold it, and you added value. The same thing that is happening in our Nigerian estate. Right. So because I know it's beyond just that I want to make money, it also gives me an unusual confidence to say, dare me and invest in this and not see whether your life will turn around. Right. I'm too sure about it. Am I making sense at all?
Yes.
Right. I was still sharing this with some people at the Global Wealth Festival. I said, give me 5 years of your life. If I don't turn it around, call me anything. And I said, ask the guys who had worked with me in Nigeria. So there I look at some people like Farouk, people like Mata, right? And I said, who you were when you joined this company and who you are today, right? You're a different person, 360 degree, right? And how you will know is when you look at your mates that you all graduated the same time, where they are, where you are, how you talk, or how they talk, what you think, what you command, and what they command. And it dawned on you that God has used somebody to move you from a place to another place. Does that make sense? Next slide. Next. So type of land banking, we have individual investors. In terms of type of land banking investors, we have individuals who are investing in smaller parcel of land. You buy one plot, you buy 1 acre, right? In suburb, in rural area, and you expect it to develop over time. No, it's not our property. And then you have institutional investors, so large corporation. We are gradually becoming this now, and this is really where we're getting to. We are becoming an institutional investor as the company grows bigger. So these are bigger companies that are able to command hundreds of millions of dollars in real estate value, running to billions as well. Of course, all your big banks investment are into that. All your private equity firms are into that. You also have government land banking. Some city government or land bank acquire vacant or underutilized land to hold it for public project or to promote future economic development. So even there are areas where the city will just come up and say, want to turn this to a hub, right? This is what we're trying to do in this area, a new tech. And then they come up with different ideas, different projects. Look at what's happening with this road now, right? This is what you can call a super highway. You're having it, but the city had to take their time, plan all of this, plan the road, plan how this whole thing will evolve into a massive source. So you have government also, investing for the sake of expanding the city. Next. So key investment considerations, when doing land banking, zoning and land use regulations. So you have to look at the zoning. So I want to advise, if you want to do land banking, sometimes it's better to buy unrestricted land than to buy a land that is maybe already zoned for agriculture or is already zoned for something else, right? When you buy an unrestricted land, there is a higher chance to that goal because it gives you power to say, okay, dear city, this is what we're trying to do, right? Sometimes you even buy so-called residential land, aka residential land, and there's a restriction to how you can turn that to something else. Imagine you having a different vision, you can't change it anymore. So if you are buying an unrestricted land, then it gives you opportunity to now come up with your own ideas, submit it, get approval for it, and you move on. If you're already a developer, yes, you can now buy a land with the title for the specific projects you have in mind. That is also good. Where now we are buying a lot of land that already has permits for horizontal and vertical, so that way, once we close, we just start construction. Now, infrastructure development, proximity to planned infrastructure like highway, airport, public transit that can significantly increase the land future value, keeping track to local government and municipal plan is very, very what? It's very, very crucial, right? Is this the light that went off or what? Lack of movement. Infrastructure. Number 3, we have environmental and legal what? Issues. So investors should consider environmental regulations such as a wetland protection or floodplain status, and ensure that the land has no what? Legal encumbrance such as lien, ownership dispute, right? Very, very important. So you must do your search. When we buy land here, we go to the city, we make inquiries, we want to be sure there's no issue on the land, there's no lien on the land, because here it's easy to just have any lien. It could even be HOA. You've not paid your HOA due and they put a lien on it. And before you know, they can declare foreclosure. And America is quite crazy because unlike other places where maybe it's just only the people you owe in terms of the mortgage that can declare bankruptcy on your property. Here, the city can declare bankruptcy on your property because you didn't pay tax. Here, HOA can declare bankruptcy. And you won't believe how much is HOA dues. It's barely less than $200. But yet, because you fail to pay, they can literally declare foreclosure, right, on your property. So it's a whole different ballgame. So you must make sure you do all this research. Holding period, right? Land banking is a long-term strategy, often require a holding period of several years or even decades before the land appreciates substantially in value. So you must have analyzed what's the holding period. Like some of the ones we're doing here in Texas, we were lucky to have gotten somebody who had held it for many, many years. So we are coming towards the tail end of when it needed to be used for land banking, to a point where development is beginning to catch up with that area. Like the Brookshire is now just 12 minutes from Katy Mills, right? That tells you if something is, Katy Mills is like the major spot, commercial hub for those in Katy, right? So if a place is just 12 minutes from that place, that already tells you, right, that is somewhere that is opening up. And you don't need too long a period for you to begin to derive value on it. So we are targeting 5 years from now that entire place, based on even what we will do there, is already a whole different ballgame. And those who invest are going to make big time. Next. So benefit of land banking, asset appreciation. Over time, raw land typically appreciate, especially in growth corridors where urban expansion or industrial development is what? Is expected. But 2, hedge against inflation. Land can serve as hedge against inflation as the value generally rise in response to what? Increase in demand for development. So rather than keeping your money in the bank, we know what's going on in the US with inflation. If you decide to be smart and take advantage of this, it's an advantage. Tax benefits, investors can take advantage of certain tax strategies, including deferring capital gain, taxes or benefit of tax incentives in opportunity zones, right? So when it comes to land, you literally can get permits and then use it for agriculture, and that drop your tax ridiculously. Where you should pay $70,000 every year in taxes, you will not believe it. You can be paying $500, right? So that's the type of advantage you get with land banking. You can't get that with house, of course. Next, investment strategy. Redeveloped land, investors may buy land on the outskirts of growing cities that is expected to be zoned or developed into the future. The risk is higher, but so is the potential reward. Remember Dr. Olumide Manuel sharing in the early 2000s, he came to the US, started buying land and buying houses. Some of the houses he was buying then, $10,000. $50,000. So one of those houses now was all in the outskirts of town. One of it is now in the city. They've been writing to say your place is now zoned as commercial, not even residential. Everybody wants to buy it because everywhere is not developed in commercial. He's not the only one still doing residential, But could anybody have convinced him that he would have appreciated it? He knew he would appreciate it, but not the way it has, right? And in those days too, like he was sharing, people were mocking him. And that's the thing with our people, right? They will just be mocking you, and you see people looking down on you. But at the end of the day, the same people will come back and say, oh, we are wrong. And that's why you must be certain and be sure where you're going. Else, people will just discourage you, and years later you are so hot that they discourage you, but it was because you were not sure. So I'm always telling people, work on yourself so that your conviction can be solid. You know what you want, you know where you're going, you get the vision. It's not a thing of what do people think, what do they say, how do they feel, do they think it's a good idea? Who cares? Are you convinced about your move? Not what some people are thinking or saying. Many of these people don't really know too. They are not sure. And then you build your life around what people think when most of those people are not really sure as well, right? So long-term hold, these involve purchasing land in key areas and holding it for decades, allowing time for significant appreciation. Number 3, partnering with developers. Some investors partner with developers or municipalities holding land with intent to sell when development begins, or even distributing land to what? To development projects in exchange for profit sharing. So we call this JV. So you can choose to be buying land, and in future, you are partnering with developers to then develop the land, and you have brought in land, they are bringing the development, and you share the profit. Next. Just keep going. We've discussed this in previous conversations, so I don't know why they keep adding it. Next. So this is the proposed design of our Brookshire project, and it's 99-acre and Sweet Abbey. So what we've done is the front part, we're putting commercial there, offices, mall, and clubhouse and so on and so forth. Then to maximize it, we're putting a golf course in the middle, and then we're leaving space here for residential accommodation. We have a lake in the middle, and then at the back, we're selling land as well. And it's intentional so that we are able to leverage on the golf course. Those who bought land from us are also leveraging on, the golf course. So the golf course is intentionally in the middle of the 99 acres. Okay? But these are examples of how you do land banking, where you buy large expanse of land, but you add value to the land. And that's why I'm not as afraid to do land banking, because aside that I pick a good location, I've always structured such that the value I'm even adding is enough to jack up the value of that place. Aside that, it's also in a fantastic location and leveraging on the lake. And there's even a stream at the back of the land as well. So a lot of those who buying land too, some of them will even have their house facing the stream, and could even have small boats, to have great experiences. Next. So, as you can see, yeah, this is a commercial site. Yeah, exactly. This is the golf. Those are areas where selling land, and that's the stream. So some people are buying their land close to the stream. Will even can have boats, and their boats, is
Yeah, this is the front.
This is the front, right? This is the lake is in the middle there. You see the lake, right? So we have that, also. There was some of our own residential here. Yeah, we have tennis court, basketball, and it's just so much being put there to really build something solid. How many of you are excited about this?
I'm excited.
Right? It's still taking shape. Every day we're adjusting, and we're adjusting and adjusting. But hey, the red one? No. That's anytime you see such, it's like it's a clinic. Yes, it's a clinic. We always try to put a clinic anywhere we build estates. I mean, you need to have something. Yeah, sure. I mean, all the buildings here can absorb such. Is there? Absolutely. Next. Okay, so gives you more view. So what we love about this concept is that even from here, but particularly for those who are early investors, you can pick where your land will be. You see, plot this. So you can say you want your own here, so that it's facing this lake, it's facing the golf course, and you see the way we're uniquely planning this. I think this is really, really novel. This is the first time we're creating something like this. Of course, we cannot fall our hand in. This is America. We have to do something beautiful. Next. All right, this is the drone view of the same thing we've been discussing. Right? Yeah, so these are the plots. The goal is to sell 40 plots. Of course, they're 1 acre each, and that's how we're doing it. Farouk, if possible, I would advise we put the windmill towards the stream. Okay. Not the one, particularly because of the golf part. You can't have the wind where you are playing golf. Farouk. So please kind of make adjustment, because the wind are always so tall. People will still want to have their jetty and still have that. I don't think it will affect that. But definitely not golf. Right. So, and even for the golf, there should be a golf range, there should be a driving range. All of that should be factored in as well. But beautiful. Next. Yeah, I think it's your video, so you can play it. So this Tidwell, this one is on the main street. I think Mr.
I'm currently at Tidwell right now.
Can I trigger the audio?
Now, Mr. Dapo says is currently at Tidwell. I think he wants to show us
It's
Tidwell.
okay. Okay, for now. So next, let's go on. The video they're supposed to play is for Brookshire. It's supposed to be the Brookshire video. I'm not sure whether Miguel.
I'm currently at Tidwell. Do you guys
Yes.
want to see?
Sorry?
I'm currently at Tidwell.
Oh, okay. Let's pull him up. Can we pull him up?
Hold on, let me.
The 3D we just did now. If you can just show us the place.
Let me go get out of the car.
So we have Mr. Dapo live on site, so he's gonna just show us the 3D we were showing you earlier. Can you play the 3D as well so they can see the land? The 3D. So we're building 24 units. This we don't intend to sell. We just want to turn it for short let, a mini estate. We're calling the Beryl Court. Tidwell is just 12 minutes. It's 12 minutes from downtown Houston, and it's 15 minutes from Bush International Airport. So it's very, very strategic, project. And I honestly believe there's so much we're going to be making.
Is it clear?
But Mr. Dapo is right there on site. Let's have him explain to us.
Stop sharing your screen.
Just pin.
Is it clear?
No, Mr. Dapo, you have to edit your video.
It's not clear. Sorry, let me.
I think you put a blur, in case you put a blur background.
The blog background.
They're showing there is a sign right now.
Oh, let me try and remove the background. Sorry. Give me 1 minute. I'll be back. Give me 1 minute.
Okay.
No, I wasn't hearing any echo. Eh? Really? Okay. Okay, it's not ready yet, but let's just go on with my slide. It's not ready yet. I don't know.
So the next slide.
Next slide. So for the Brookshire, where you can buy one, for the Brookshire, where you can buy up to 1 acre, as of today, we're selling for 190 per acre because it's increasing by 10,000 every week. We have a promo going on at the moment for our 90th anniversary, where for 9 people who are ready to pay immediately, we're returning it back to 150,000 per acre for them, right? But just for 9 people who are taking advantage of our anniversary. And once the 9 is complete, just follow this calendar. And the goal is to launch the estate first week in December and, declare, do groundbreaking, and then construction starts either late December or early January. Okay. I think Mr. Dapo is ready now.
No, he's out.
So once we launch, the value will be going for 300,000 per acre. Like I said, we believe that in the next 5 years or so, even with $1 million, you won't get 1 acre there. Absolutely, that's what we believe. Next. So exploring the world of go back. Let's read 1 to go. Exploring and understanding land use is one of the most intriguing aspects of the world of real estate. And if you notice, that's one of the things we've mastered at GTEx, how to just see a bare land and conceptualize what can we do with it, how can we make it unique, how do we add value to the land, and that's what really makes real estate exciting. You can look at a place and see how you gradually.
Can you see? Sorry, can you see me now?
Yes, I can see you now. It's clear now.
Okay. This is the filling station opposite the site right now. And this is the main street. And this is the site itself.
You project it as well?
There's the main street.
I think they started the signage. Have you guys started the signage?
Yeah, you can see them. They're about to start by tomorrow, but they're just taking their measurements.
Oh, that's good. Well, guys, so as you can see, it's on a main street. If you see main street facing petrol station, you know how we got this land added. It has permits horizontal and vertical. So it's just to start construction immediately. Typically, you need to buy land with either 1 year or 2 to even get the permit, but this one already has the permit. And that's why investing with us at GTEx Homes, honestly, but great, and then started. I used to know them, and it happened. A lot of people ask me and say, so the person you used to know you when you just started. You follow you your first estate, but you did not buy. It's regretting now. Did that not be your story? Okay. Where it would be, I saw the first project in US, but I just had my doubts. And you see, well, I think you should take advantage now.
5 years later, you don't have faith, but you don't have the resource
Exactly.
profit or resource, but you have faith.
And in many cases, I think for a lot of people is that their entry is already now higher, right? Because some of them were like, it was should be 850. It was when you were selling land. You had 750 at some point, the 850, right? Yeah, exactly. 1,000. Today, each plot in Nigeria is 10 million actually. 10, 15, exactly. So, and some of them are not, they're even worse financially than where they were then. So to even say they can raise that money is a lot more difficult, right? And the same is what happened. Is the same is what happened in this situation where years to come now, we might not even have investment opportunity. At some point, we used to have 10,000, now it's 20,000, soon 50,000. At the time we come, look, if you're not even doing 1 million, no, 1 million, don't talk to us. Can talk to Timmy, but not, Timmy will manage it, but not us.
I'm not bring them to you.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much, Mr. Paul. Thank you. Wow, it's a long trip. You've been walking from end to end.
Our director of project, there's a reason he's a director of projects. He really likes projects.
Really?
By his personal, he loves the hands-on.
Let's see.
He's a hands-on person. Okay.
Well done. Can you hear us?
He can't.
Mr. Daps.
Yeah.
Who are you?
What?
Wanted to see your face.
You want to see my face? Okay. Hold on.
Just do a selfie for us.
We're greeting you that you are Mr. Project, but you are not wicked. You are not wicked. Yes. Okay, so thank you for the feedback. I appreciate you all. I leave the rest to Farouk. Yes, I leave the rest to Farouk or Temi to close. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
If you have questions, I'm willing to take.
Yes. So thank you, everyone. Welcome back from that excursion. I trust you're good. Okay, I hope you can hear me. So do we have questions? It's been an amazing 3-day event, and we are so excited that you've all begun with us, and you've also ended with us, and we know that this was the beginning. You've learned a lot, and you will do a lot with what you've learned. It's not enough to just learn it. We know you will take action. And so, do we have any question, any feedback? How are you feeling about it so far? What are your next steps? And yes, let's say thank you to Dr. Stephen. Yes. Joseph Odo says, thank you very much, doctor. Yes. Everyone else, can we join Joseph to say thank you? Can we join to say thank you? And then if we have maybe one question at all, but if not, I look forward to receiving your messages. Please remember the number for you to send a message, to make your request and ask for anything is +1 346 575 4852. Okay, +1 346 575 4852. Okay, so we have only one question, and I'll allow Engineer Farouk to take the question and close on the class. So somebody's asking how they can access the training of the last 2 days and today, the replay session. So Engineer Farouk, please take it up with you and then close up
Yes,
on the.
awesome. The good news is these videos are available on YouTube. We're currently streaming across all platforms. You can go on YouTube and search for Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and you see the video of this replay. Also, because you've registered for this event, we're going to email all the details to you so you can catch up and see it. Another thing is that because you've been part of this webinar, we're able to send you a 24-hour voucher to key into any of our offers. Remember, the offer we gave for our investments was an extra 2% on every investment between 20,000 to 100,000. And if you're doing from 200,000 above, get extra 4%. And that expires within the next 24 hours because you are not part of this. Wherever that person, I'm sorry. If you don't key in now, I'm sorry, you cannot take part of that opportunity. So you're going to get the email of all the former replays. You're going to get the banners of what we are offering, and then you get a contact number to reach out to, which is +1 346 575 482. You can reach out to that phone number now. Dr. Temi said, message me on WhatsApp. Don't call me, please. If you call her in the middle of the night, her husband will chase you. Not chase her, chase you. So you're muted, you're muted.
Saying that somebody called me right on this in this class. I had to send the person to voicemail, and the person's voicemail was saying that they saw Dr. Stephen's post where we're calling for interns at our Houston office, that the person should send me their CV and their video pitch. I said, so you mean you saw that and you are still calling? The instruction said, send a WhatsApp message of your CV and a 1-minute video pitch. Why are you calling? Doctor, what do we do to these people? Why are you
These are
calling?
the issues.
That was the first test.
The first step is to call.
No.
The
That
first
was
test,
the
they failed the first test.
He failed the first test.
God bless you. That's the first.
You have to follow. You have to follow instructions. So the first instruction, the person failed.
Exactly. And he was saying it in the message that we were told to send you a message with our CV and a video, and you were still calling.
Maybe he was doing 2-factor authentication.
I had to send the call to a voicemail that I can't talk right now. And I said, okay, hello, my name is so and so. I said, hi, God, who will tell this generation? Oh. Thank you
That's
so
Well,
much. Dr. Farouk.
well,
Pastor.
I'm giving it today. If you are investing $1 million, don't send message. Call her. She will pick.
Yes, yeah, once you have hit million, just call me, send me,
Anytime.
give your address. I will come down. That one is sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to play music to wrap up this call, if that's okay with you. One of
Okay.
my favorite songs. I want us to just hear it and just, as you are listening to it, it's not enough to just claim it. Please, I want you to take action.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life. Some Duke on the vibe.
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow you they go.
This year, good news, giant plenty money. Go to follow you they go.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life.
Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life.
Even before you call, you don't answer prayer. My papa, you too shy, you don't fit for your hand. Even before you call, you don't answer prayer. My papa, you too shy, fit for your hand.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything you've been wanting, manifesting for your life.
This year, blessing, money, testimony. Go to follow you they go.
This year, good news, giant plenty money. Go to follow you can go.
Blessing, money, testimony.
Thank you. Goodbye from
Goodbye. Thank you. You can close the meeting, ma.